Howdy friends, welcome back to Make and Play. The Pirate Edition. Arr! So, you should by now have a boat. If you don't, just go back. Just go back. You can see them. It's like going back in time. You need to have your boat made, ready to go, because we're going to be installing things today. And you should have your sails made. Remember, we made all of these sails yesterday in the previous episode of Make and Play, the Pirate Edition. And I've got a stack of sails. I've got one already on a mast with my little crow's nest there. So you can see, you know, what's out there. And I'm going to show you how to put in this middle mast. It's a little trickier. And then we're going to make some flags and we're going to put everything together. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do, I've been sitting here working, so I've got quite the messy workspace. It's okay. I'll clean up later. So I'm going to go ahead and put together the big mast. And it's just our handy dandy shish kebab skewers. You have to put them together after you get the mast on, after you get the sails on. So I'm going to start with the top of this, and I'm going to put the top one in. So I'm going to go in from the bottom of the sail. It doesn't matter which side is the bottom and which side is the top, unless you have an image on it. Now, if you have put an image on yours, you're going to want to make sure that you have it facing the right way. And I'm just poking this through here. Make sure your finger's not on the other side of that pointy part, because it is quite pointy. So there we go. There's the top of my sail, and this one fits fine, but it's the next one. Strike that. It has to go this way. So these are things that happen when we're working things out, because this has to go through the top of this sail. All right, so I'm going to move this up. Make sure yours is the right way. If not, just pop it off and you can put it on another skewer. Those are things that happen in art. The reason we have to have the pointy side down is because this needs to go through the top. I keep looking at my example over here. It has to go through the top of this one, and then we're going to attach another skewer. All right. So if you've done yours upside down, because I had mine upside down and you can't turn it around, take it off and just put it back through the other way. It's no big deal. And like I said, these are things that happen in art, and we have to make adjustments. So I'm going to put this through the top. I keep looking at mine. That's why I make one ahead of time, so I can figure things out. I'm going to go ahead and find my middle. I'm going to be more comfortable if I put a mark where I think the middle is. You can measure it if you want. I'm eyeballing it. And then the middle down here. All right. I'm going to put this through the middle. Making sure my fingers aren't behind it. It will draw blood. All right. So the top is through here, but now I need to attach my other skewer, and I'm making sure I'm doing this correctly. So this is what I had to do. I had to go ahead and make this hole with this, but then I'm putting the other, let's see, I'm having to think. Okay, I'm going to take the pointy end and go through the bottom of this mast. And the reason is because we still need this pointy hole to go through the cup to hold everything in place. So you can see how this is super brain food for you, because you have to think through these steps, guys. You got to use this creative problem solving. And I made these sails a couple times so I could figure it out. So I have to have the pointy side down so that I can use this tool, this pointy part, to go through the cup that's going to hold everything together. All right, I got it. I want to make sure that this piece I cut off with my wire clippers. You can use scissors, but they don't work quite as well, and I don't want you to cut yourself. So now you can see what I've got here. Got the pointy piece here. I've got all of this on. I do not have a pointy piece left here because I don't want to poke myself. So I'm going to make sure all that's left between these two pieces right here, see this, where they overlap? Like, this is engineering. It's not like engineering. This is engineering. We're doing engineering. We're doing pirate engineering. Arrgh. So I'm going to leave enough, about 2 inches right here, where I'm going to tape these together. But I can't put them together until the sails are on, because then I lose the pointiness that I need to poke through the paper. Now you could poke the holes ahead of time and then none of that would matter, but I just thought it was easier. It's easier for me, but I had to think it through. So now I'm going to take my tape, whatever kind of tape you have. I'm just cutting that end off so it's all even. I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to go ahead and get another piece of tape. So I'm ready to go. I'm going to set this on the edge of my table, save it. And all I'm going to do is tape these together. And when I do, I want to make sure that it's right here on the edge so I can wrap it around. So I'm just wrapping this around. If you have a better way of doing this, do it your way. There is an infinite number of possibilities. Yeah, that's a big number, one that never ends. An infinite number of possibilities, because this is something that I made up, all right? I didn't go on and find this somewhere. I just made this up. I thought, hey, that'll be fun. I could do it this way. So if you have a different way of doing it, please share it with me. When you post your photos in the comments section on Facebook, you can post your photo, and you can also share today's episode, and we will be having a drawing for gift certificates from our favorite local pirates, Wade and Mary, that own Shipwreck Grill. And they are going to give prizes out for people who post pictures of their progress and share. So you have 5 opportunities to put your name in the hat, and then we will draw them on Friday and we will send them out. All right, so double sail, pretty impressive. I've got it bent like this because it looks like the air is catching it. If you do it flat, you can do it flat like this. Maybe you've got still waters, but I like this because it makes it look like there's some action going on. Okay, so now we have to put it in our cup. Remember yesterday I showed you how to make this covering to go in the cup so it fit correctly? Already had that done. And now we're gonna take a piece of paper tube. Goodness gracious, we're using lots of them. I'm just looking to see how wide this needs to be. About the same as the width of the base of the cup. And like I did yesterday with the crow's nest, I'm gonna put a little slit in the top and the bottom, right in the middle. And then this is why I want this point at the bottom, because I want it to go through here. Oh, wait, stop. It has to go through here first. It's gonna go through here, right in the middle. And then this goes through here. And that pushes up in there. And that's holding this in place, all right? That holds this in place. Now, to get this to not move in your pirate ship, we're gonna have to put tabs on it, all right? So I'm going to take some paper. Let me cut a little strip of paper. The tabs are going to attach to the base of my pirate. Actually, no, I'm gonna use black paper. That's gonna be better, because I'm gonna put black paper inside the base of my pirate ship, and then these black tabs won't show, okay? We use tabs a lot because they're more clean looking than if we taped it or tried to glue it. So I can take these tabs and I'm just gonna glue them inside this edge. So I have 4 tabs here. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna fold all of these tabs. Remember, you just stop, pause when you need to catch up with something, okay? So I have 4 of these tabs, and I'm using my glue gun. You can use regular glue for this, but I don't want to wait for it to dry. So I'm gonna put glue on a couple of these. And go ahead and glue them. The cups I'm using are wax covered, so I have to hold this on here or the wax just melts and they fall off. Thank goodness this is some thick paper so it's not burning my fingers. Remember, if you're enjoying this program we've created, you can send us some love on Venmo or PayPal, and that is at the end of the segment. You can see all that information. Miss Heather's put all that together. She's awesome. Okay, so I have my tabs now. These are ready. You can see how these dark spots right here, that's where that wax from the cup has melted, but I'm not concerned about that. It's a pirate ship, right? It's not gonna be super spotless. I'm gonna cut the point off of the bottom of this so I don't hurt myself. Okay, so this one is ready to install. However, I would rather go ahead and get a flag on first, but let's get all of them ready. We have one more. This sail needs to be put on a mast, and we're just gonna do the same thing again. I'm making sure which way it goes. I want the point to go down so that I can use it to poke through the next part when it gets attached. Remember, watch out where your fingers are. Very pointy. I like that word, pointy. So, one more sail. And then this is a little sail. Just a little one. At Thanksgiving, you could make the Mayflower. That'd be kind of cool. I'm gonna start making some flags now. You could put like the nautical flags that spell out, you could spell out your family's name with nautical flags. I'm gonna hang some ropes and things. We don't have time to do all that today, so we're just gonna work on these. I'm gonna make this flag super simple. All I did was cut a strip of paper. I'm trying to add some color now. Cut a strip of paper, and then I'm just going to fold it in half, and then I'm gonna cut a V out of the back. So, because I folded it and cut it, it's symmetrical. And then I can put a little bit of glue. You can use regular glue or hot glue, whatever you have. Put a little glue right down the middle, right down that middle, and just some here on the end so it sticks together. And I'm going to make sure that I put it in the right spot. I want it to look like it's flying. Whoop, I almost did it the wrong way. There we go. Almost did it the wrong way. Oh my gosh. There, see? The wind's blowing this way, not the other way. That would be weird. Sometimes you have to like really stop and look at it. When we're creating, we get so close to what we're working with, sometimes we don't see things that we need to see. So it's always good to stop, walk away, and come back, which is why we have these in segments, so you can get one part done really well before we move on to the next. Some of this stuff is complicated, so you want to make sure you're doing your best. Here is my awesome, that sail and flag there. You can put whatever you want on this. Now let's make a Jolly Roger to go on that top one. Our pirate flag, which is super, super easy. Okay, I'm just gonna draw out what it looks like so you can see. Look, I'm gonna draw just right here on the table so you can see what it looks like. It is a circle. That's the head, okay? With a rectangle. Remember how we always start with shapes? Here's the bottom jaw. It's so easy. And then I want to have this X going through. So it's like it's the crossbones. So I go there first and do this. I go ahead and do whatever element is repeated, I go ahead and do that part first. It just helps me keep things straight. And then here's the ends of the bones. Your flag can be anything you want. If you don't want this ship to be a pirate ship, it doesn't have to be. Maybe it's a medical ship that's going to save people, okay? Maybe it's a Navy ship. Maybe it's an English ship from the Revolution. I don't know, but think about it and make it yours. Make it yours. Maybe it's something that never existed before. All right, you could even do little spots for where the teeth are. This is just a very simplified version of a skull. Look, it's gonna be a Harry Potter one. I'm gonna put a scar on its head. So you can make your Jolly Roger flag any way you want. All right, here's my flag. It's gonna go on the top of this. I'm just gonna put it on here. He doesn't have an emblem yet, but I'm just gonna put it on there. You can make yours the way you want. That's an easy way. You can look up some. You could, Miss Heather, who knows all kinds of interesting factoids, told me that you can look up the pirates' flags, like Blackbeard and other pirates, because they had their very own flag so that people knew which pirate ship it was when they saw the flag. So do some research. Tell your household manager, you know what, Mom? You know what, person in charge? I think my history lesson today is going to be about pirates. How do you feel about that? Hopefully they say yes. Hopefully. Look, you could put a little pom-pom on top to add a little bit more color. I think I need that. Just right here on the top. Pom-pom. I think it'd be fun to make these sails out of colored and patterned paper, like scrapbook paper, so you would have a super colorful ship. All right, I'm going to show you how we put these pieces together. Inside this ship, I don't have the black paper in this one. You can choose whether or not you would like to line yours. This ship, see the inside? I put black paper inside this one so that all of the inside is like super neat, all right? You can do that. All you have to do is just measure the inside of your boat, and then you go ahead and you line that with whatever paper, whatever you want to put in there. I'm going to show you how to install this real quick. I want to make sure that the flags and the mast are going the correct direction. So we want to have very efficient pirates. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to put glue on the bottom of these tabs, and I'm going to glue them in to my pirate. Oop, I'm dripping glue. My pirate ship. All right. I'm putting this right in the middle. And I'll show you. Close to the middle. All right. So, look. Pretty stable. Wow, I got some hot glue on my hand. Yowza. Now we need to attach. There we go. Now we need to attach the other ones. The one that's at the very front, look, that has the crow's nest. This one's so easy. I just took some tape, because then I'm going to come back and put a piece of paper to cover that area, because the blue is pretty unsightly. I don't mind the brown so much, but that blue I do not like to be able to see it. So all I did was take some tape, a couple pieces of tape, and I'm just going to tape that one on. See that? And then I'm going to try to eyeball that, get it kind of straight. So there's that piece with the crow's nest. You can straighten up your sails, do whatever you need to do. And then the back one, I'm going to put this little area where someone stands. Let's see. This goes in the front. I'll put this one in the front. I'm going to use this for the back. I cut a cracker box. I think I used this part of this cracker box for a different project that we did. I think when we made castles, I used part of this cracker box. It's like a knockoff wheat thin box. And I measured it to be the same size as the inside of this so that I can cut this out and put this in here, and then I have another spot for my little figures to stand. I'm just gonna make sure it's below this cutout, and I can put my sail back here and I don't have to worry about anything. All right, so I'm gonna take my last sail. I wanna make sure it's going the right direction, and I'm just gonna tape this one on too. I'm just gonna tape it below where that cracker box is gonna cover, so I don't have to worry about over engineering that part like I have some of these other parts. Make sure the tape's going the right way. I'm gonna cut off the point just because I don't need any extra things to hurt me. I'm already burning myself enough. Okay, so this one, I'm trying to make it where it's down where you won't see it. Okie doke. Well, I have all my sails. I have some more parts to make of my pirate ship, but we have run out of time today, so we're going to work a lot more on these pirate ships. So let me tell you what I have in mind. We need to put the figurehead on. I've got this awesome mermaid. She's so pretty. She's seaweed hair. And we need to put the insides of our pirate ship. We also need a wheel so it can be, somebody can steer it. We have lots of parts to put on here. I'm also gonna make some treasure chests that are gonna go underneath. I'm making this so that you can play. You can play with it. You can put people in the crow's nest. You can put them in here. You gotta have a pirate driving this thing, right? So that's why we're making these. So you can tell a story. I have to finish all those so we can put them in here, all right? So what I want you to have ready for the time when we come back, I would like for you to have all of your sails put on, okay? Everything that we've done so far makes it to where you can have your sails on here. Get them all installed. Get everything like tight the way you want it to be so that when we come back, we can add all of the little extra details, okay? And remember, post your pictures of your progress each day underneath in the comment section of this show, okay? On Facebook, on Purple Turtle Art Studio. And that way, at the end of the week, your name will be entered for a prize, all right? From our sweet friends at Shipwreck Grill, Amico Nave, and Third on Main. Miriam Wade, our favorite local pirates. And if you are enjoying the show, please let us know by helping support us through Venmo and PayPal. So keep creating and be kind.